Hello everyone, this is the Final Bosman, and on today's episode, Next Gen attacks Japan. Let's get started. Welcome to the show. I am Kyle Bosman, and if my eyes seem especially baggy today, it's because I was up late last night watching Sony's press conference in Japan and then had to write a whole episode response to it. But here it is. Here are my big 4 takeaways from Sony's Japanese press conference. Takeaway number 1, I'm glad I got to watch this. This press conference was streamed both in Japanese and in English. English was translators, translating live everything that was being said. Historically, that's kind of unprecedented. We're not normally given access to Japanese press conferences, at least translated. So I think that sort of speaks to where this industry is going. More global, more communicative. Sony of Japan, leading up to this event, said, you know, a lot of this won't apply to North America, and we're not sure that you'll care, but we're gonna stream it anyway just to see if you're interested. And I think we proved we were, and that we do care, even though some of those games, might not come to the US or whichever country you live in. It's still interesting to watch these press conferences, and it did turn out there was some big news involved. So Sony, thank you for streaming that event. Also, without translators translating a Japanese press conference, we would never have something so beautiful as this moment.
They are our enemies, and we cannot stop until we annihilate mankind. Everything here belongs to me. Well, I hope, but you are stronger than you look.
Takeaway number 2, Sony still believes in Vita. So this event kicked off with the announcement that the PlayStation Vita would be redesigned slightly and would come in 6 colors. So take that, Apple. Beat you by a few days. And then it ended with the announcement of a whole new product, which is the PS Vita TV. And what this thing does, it allows you to play apps on your TV and you can play Vita games on your TV and PlayStation 1 games you can download and play on your TV, all from this little box. Essentially, it's Sony's Roku. It is Sony's Apple TV. It's part of that whole initiative of a small little box that costs around $100. This big initiative is attached to that brand, which hasn't necessarily meant success for the company. And so I don't know if it's going to be the name that's used in the US for this product, but it certainly is in Japan. And for that reason, I kind of admire Sony's stick-to-itiveness about this. Good luck. Takeaway number 3, Sony may be taking Japan for granted. The release date for the PlayStation 4 was basically known across the world, all except for Japan, leading into this press conference, and it was finally announced. And the release date of the PlayStation 4 in Japan is February 22nd, 2014, which is like 3 months after the rest of the world. Well, not the rest of the world, but the other 32 countries. That's crazy. Historically, PlayStation's launched first in Japan and then everywhere else. Japan's like the home team, so that's different. That's brutal. And Hiroshi Kawano, who is the president of Sony Computer Entertainment of Japan, when he announced that release date, he kind of at least was acknowledging that it's a little rough. And he said, well, it's that late because we wanted to have a good launch lineup. We wanted to develop enough games so that when it does launch, it has some great games available for it. And I mean, yes, the PlayStation 4 launch in Japan will have a better launch lineup. But I don't know, if I could play Michael Pachter for a second, I think the real reason is pretty simple. It's all about console dispersion. The manufacturing of PlayStation 4 it's still finite. You know, you only have so many millions of consoles you can have at launch. And so basically those are your soldiers in this console war. Sorry about that phrase. Console war, I kind of dislike it. It's like we've created console war, so you click on things. Anyway, your units, your PlayStation 4s are your soldiers. And so why would you send any soldiers to Japan where you have basically a guaranteed win? Japan's already, you got that. Microsoft's sending nobody to Japan, don't worry about it. But that's why you had to, I guess, attack the US first, because that's where Microsoft is strongest. So attack them first, and then you move to Europe, and then Latin America. It's all about just moving your units. And so Japan's saying, that's okay, I'll be patient. And Sony just says, yeah, you will. In the meantime, I gotta send all these consoles to El Salvador. I love you, I will wait for you. Shut up! Guatemala needs more consoles. Poor Japan, and I mean, so I can't say it's dumb. It's probably the smartest way to do your business, but if you live in Japan, I feel for you. That's gonna be a tough wait. Takeaway number 4, press conferences are different in Japan. Sorry that seems obvious, but different in interesting ways. This press conference is sort of unlike other press conferences I'm used to. So this takeaway is actually a list. It is a list within a list. Oh God. Oh no. Takeaway number 4 is a list. This is a list of reasons why I think Japanese press conferences are unique. Number 1, they don't applaud for games, only people. That was an interesting thing. It's like when a game is announced, there's no like, woo, woo. It's kind of just everyone's quiet. And then when a person walks on stage or off stage, there is applause for that person. And then second big difference was I loved the way that it opened. I loved the way that Hiroshi Kamano kind of walks out and just doesn't make a big deal of it. You know, he walks out of these cool futuristic doors, and I'm expecting someone to kind of like walk out and just be like, hey everybody, here I am. But he just kind of walks out and just like, okay, let's get into it, let's do this. It's like, whoa, it's so smooth. Number 3, montage music is way different. I think we can hear a little bit of it. This is the type of music that they picked for their montages, which I think is in stark contrast to the types of montage music we see at Sony during E3, which is just, I don't know, always that song. To me, it's always that song that goes, tick, 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 boom. That song, always. It's like 1 out of 3 songs, tick, tick, da 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 blah da 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 blah da. Stop it, stop using that song. If you're an editor, just like delete it. Just delete that song, don't use that anymore. Anyway, less aggressive, interesting in that manner. And the 4th difference, no exclusive DLC announcements. What kind of nonsense is this? How are you supposed to have a press conference without talking about exclusive content? Oh wait, there's that hacking boost again. Phew. I was scared that we were about to have a whole press conference without any exclusive content announcements. Anyway, that is the episode for this week. But back to takeaway number 1. I'm so grateful that we were able to watch that. I hope in the future more Japanese companies feel comfortable giving us translated versions of their press conferences, because that was fun. I didn't understand everything that was happening, but I always appreciated just being there and sitting there and being able to watch all that. Anyway, if you're on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle Bosman. I will be here next week. I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. All right, I think we got that song nailed down. Let's start working on our other stuff. Wait, hold on, what do you mean other stuff? Oh, well, our other gigs, man. I'm looking at our schedule. We have that house party coming up, and then next weekend is my cousin's 9th birthday party. Hold on, are you serious? It's like I kind of think we should just be working on the Battle of the Bands. It might be more important. Whoa. What? How can you say that? I just think we should be probably focusing on the Battle of the Bands right now, and maybe those other things later. Dude. I think you're just not looking at the bigger picture here. That house party, my cousin's 9th birthday, they're all part of the same path on our path skyrocketing up into stardom, man. No, I don't think it is. I don't think we need those gigs right now. Oh, I get it. This guy's being a little sissy. Shut up, I'm not being a sissy. Yeah, looks like you're some kind of wussy boy. What is that? I'm not a wussy boy. Okay, sure. It looks like you're being a little weirdo. I'm I'm not a weirdo. That doesn't even hurt my feelings. Fine. Okay, we'll just go without you. More free pizza for us. So? Yeah. And I heard that Marcel Bartoni is gonna be there. Marcel Bartoni? Yeah, and it's a pool party, so Marcel Bartoni is gonna be in a bikini. Marcel Bartoni in a bikini? Yeah, and his cousin also has a cool dog. Cool dog? I love cool dogs. Guys, I'm in!